For the past few months, Claude has been quietly throttling your work. Peak hour slowdowns, Opus walls mid-pipeline, Claude code sessions dying before you're done. Anthropic just made 3 moves to fix that, but one thing they didn't touch could still burn you. The headline is the SpaceX deal. Anthropic now has access to the Colossus 1 data center. This isn't just a press release, it's the infrastructure, answer to months of outages driven by demand that outpaced supply. And the changes are live now. Claude Code's 5-hour rate limits are doubled across every paid plan. Peak hour throttling, that invisible slowdown on weekday mornings, is completely gone for Pro and Max users. On the API side, Opus got a serious upgrade. And before the numbers, quick note on how API limits actually work. On Claude AI, you have a 5-hour window and a weekly cap, session-based. On the API, there's none of that. You pay per token, and the only limit is how many tokens your app can push per minute. That limit resets continuously. Think of it like a tap. Claude AI shuts off after X hours. The API stays open forever. You just pay for every drop that comes out. Concretely, on Tier 1, which you unlock with just $5 of API credits, you get 30,000 input tokens per minute. That's roughly 15 simultaneous conversations every 60 seconds. Your app can run 24/7 as long as your credit balance holds. Now the big update, that 30,000 input limit just jumped to 500,000 for Opus, and output went from 8,000 to 80,000, a 10 times jump. The 1 million context window was always impressive on paper. Now, it's actually usable in production. But here's what Anthropic quietly left untouched. The weekly limits on Claude. They doubled how hard you can sprint each session, but the total weekly budget is exactly the same. So if you're a heavy Claude Code user, you'll reach that ceiling just as fast. Maybe faster, because the hourly break is looser now. Check your weekly usage. The 5-hour window is more forgiving. The weekly cap is still the real constraint for power users. More power per session, same weekly ceiling. Now you know where the actual limit lives. Subscribe for more AI tricks that actually matters.